And now welcome back to the CU Morning Show. And now we are heading to the second talk show of the day here, Tommy. And today is Timnas Day.
All about football, huh?
All about football, all about soccer, whatever we'd like to call it. And now we're still going to talk about Timnas.
Timnas, Tim Garuda. That's right, Sara. So since Indonesian national team has succeeded to proceed to the third round of World Cup qualifiers, then it attracts the international attention, including British content creator Waseem Khan, that flew all the way from London to Jakarta for watching Timnas match in GBK. So good morning, Waseem.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is it still morning from your body? You know, how are you responding?
Here, right?
Like, I've just arrived and I'm jet lagged, but coffee is my best friend right now. Yeah.
Give applause for that. Thank you, Waseem.
So you arrived here just last night to watch the football match. What have you learned so far? What brings you here for the football team? What's from your point of view?
It's crazy because when people think of a football match, they normally think of the players on the pitch.
Yes.
But the atmosphere in the stands is phenomenal. Like, you see families, you see children, you see the ultras, you see guys on date night. It's like, it's such a versatile space, but altogether you see such togetherness. And I think that energy in the stadium, it warms my heart. And it's so much bigger. You know, like in Indonesia, it's Timnas Day. It's not just the match. The whole day around Jakarta, you feel the energy. It's just a privilege to be a part of.
But you know, like football fans in UK, for example, or in England, so crazy amazing, right? But why you're interested in Indonesian team? I need to know.
Okay, so one, I think Indonesian people are incredible. They're very friendly, they're very warm, amazing hospitality. And the biggest difference between the UK and like the British English football fans is it's a very male-dominated stadiums, fans. And I think when I came to Indonesia, there was so much smiles. And I first went to an Indonesia game in Qatar for the Asian Cup. And there was so much like aunties, and they were giving me like Indomie, and I'm like, come, sit down. And I was like, wow, this is different. But it was like such a family feel. And I think that, plus also the passion for the team. Like, I think the Indonesian fans, they are so invested on the pitch. They don't sit down. They stand up from minute 0 to minute 90. And I don't know, it just feels like it means so much more. I think the football games in England, when the match is over, it's like, okay, back to reality, like back to our day job. But I feel like even after the stadium, like when the match finishes, they stay behind, they sing again, they don't want to go home. It's such an investment, and I think it's just the passion in that stadium is just addictive.
The enthusiasm, the energy.
It's great, you know, by listening to Waseem talking about that, you know, because I remember when I watch football in GBK, for example, you know, it's true. They kept on singing, chanting, the yell, you know.
And then speaking of singing, Tommy, you mentioned that you remember the singing, and Waseem also mentioned singing. Do you remember any songs or, you know, chants?
Yo, ayo, ayo Indonesia, oh ya kita bersama na.
Kita bisa menang. Yes. And of course, we're also yakin, or we're very sure that tonight or today we can also win the match, right? So, and you also mentioned in your videos that you are you mentioned joining the national team Fanatics Ultra Garuda as well, and then it's also filled with magic, as we can see here, the picture that you are in the middle of the Indonesian supporters or spectators as well. Can you please tell us, is there any moment
this is the video
that you can recall from your post or from your videos?
You know,
tell us more about this?
This was during Ramadan. I was here for I think this was the Vietnam game.
I see.
And this was like my first real Indonesian experience at GBK. And I remember just being in awe of like the passion and the togetherness, but also like when people think of ultras and football fans, sometimes it gets like a bad reputation, right? But then these fans, they welcomed me, they were smiling, and there was so much respect and togetherness, and they really made a strong effort to make me feel like a part of them, which is amazing because I'm not from here. And I felt like just that sort of warmth, you know, like, okay, we know you're not from here, but you're going to join us in this experience. Yeah, it was crazy. And like, they sing from one stand to another. Like, it's yeah.
But who first introduced you to the Indonesian
Yeah,
team?
how did you get into this?
Okay, so during the Asian Cup in Qatar, there's loads of different countries that you can go to. And I remember, like, I went to an Iraq game, Saudi Arabia game, and an Indonesian game. But Indonesia felt like family. The Indonesia game, I felt like I was adopted straight away by the fans. And I left there feeling like I'd been to something more than a football match. So I think when we look at football matches, we focus on players, tactics, but then also like sometimes the stories in the stands and the supporters. I left that game thinking like, wow, like, did I just meet my family? Or like, was like my auntie in there, you know? Because it was so authentic.
Yes.
And I think it's just an extension of Indonesian hospitality as a whole, which I really enjoy.
So is there any favorite player from Timnas?
Yeah, I would say Mark Klopp. So he's not in this particular squad.
Yeah.
But I think he's like a pioneer in Indonesian football. And also he does incredible charity work. So I think like being a football player, it's incredible on the pitch, but you also have a responsibility off the pitch. And he does some great foundations that I've seen. And also like a pioneer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Indonesian football.
You know, we have a gimmick here as well, right, Sara?
Yes, Tommy. Speaking of players, and then
Quizzes.
you mentioned
No
past the
one told me.
football field.
Yeah.
Now we have a special segment, not only for you, Waseem, also for you, Tommy.
Oh, for me
because
as
we
well.
have two bells right here.
Oh, we're in competition.
Yes.
You're going down, bro. You're going down.
I'm supposed to be asking questions here. Oh my God. All right, Sara, you
This
lead
time,
the way.
yes, I will lead the questions here, and then you guys are versus you know, Waseem versus Tommy. So audience, you take your teams, right? Now I'm gonna give you clues, and then whoever knows the answer rings the bell first.
So he's my rival right now,
Of
right?
course,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I'm Indonesia, you're Australia for the sake of this.
All right, okay.
Okay,
Go.
so we'll start with the first one. You want to test your bells first? Okay,
right.
it's ringing very
Sorry.
well in both ears, right and left ears. Okay, so we can start. The first question or the first clue is guess the player. Okay,
right.
the first clue is I'm the first Indonesian player to play in Serie A.
Jay Itzis.
Oh my God.
Let's take a
So
look
fast. Let's
on the
take a look.
screen.
Whoa, all right.
1-0.
Yes. He was also the captain for last Friday's match
Yes.
against Saudi Arabia. And there you go, Jay Izzis. How do you know this?
Because he played incredible in the Saudi
Oh,
game.
there you go.
Such a leader, very composed.
I thought you could, you know, read minds or something. But anyways, let's
All right. Next
proceed.
question.
Next question, next player. I started my career in Persebaya Surabaya. That's the first clue. Currently, I'm playing for the English club. You Australian Highlanders.
Marcelino.
Let's take a look on the screen.
He's right.
Yes,
He's
there
right.
we go.
Oh my God.
Correct. 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
You
Okay.
still have time to catch up. Now for the third question. For the third one is tonight's match against Australia will be played at Gelora Bung Karno main stadium. How much is the capacity?
No, I beat him.
Okay. Okay. Put your hands up. 1, 2, 3.
All right, you go first.
Okay.
Yeah, he's too slow.
Okay.
75,000.
75,000. Let's take a look at the screen and
78.
8,000.
Almost.
Almost. Okay.
Okay.
Next.
The last one, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
The last one. Gelora.
If you take this one, you can
Oh,
win.
blum, not last one.
Almost,
Okay.
it's almost the last one for this question. Gelora Bung Karno main stadium was home field for Persija before they moved to the Jakarta International Stadium. The question is, how many Persija players are in the Indonesian roster? Let's take a look at the screen. Is it 3, ladies and gentlemen? Yes,
correct.
it is. There is Muhammad Ferrari,
Oh my
Witan
God.
Sulaiman, and
4-0.
Rizky Rido. Congratulations
yeah.
for that. And now, this will be the last one.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, it won't be a question, but guess the song.
The song.
The song.
Play the
Play
song,
the song,
please.
Garuda in my chest, Garuda my pride. I'm sure today we'll win. Ignite your spirit.
Tommy?
Show your sportsmanship.
Final one?
I'm sure today
Garuda di
we'll win.
dadaku.
Okay, please sing it.
Garuda.
Let's sing it. Garuda di dadaku, Garuda kebanggaanku. Ku yakin hari ini pasti menang. Well, there you go. Hari ini.
Well, at least I got the song.
Yes, we did, and we got to sing together as well. You know, we can probably imagine singing it together later on tonight.
Yep.
But any message you'd like to give to the Indonesian players?
Yes.
I really believe that Indonesia could be at the next World Cup. The team's improving and I can't
Fingers
wait.
crossed.
Fingers
Fingers crossed.
Any prediction for the score?
My heart says 1-0 Indonesia.
1-0 for Indonesia. All right.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you so
Waseem,
much.
for
My
being
pleasure.
here.
Thank you
and
so much.
Looking forward to your next videos and also your next content.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, in TikTok and
Everywhere, Waseem's Way, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
All righty. All right.
And of course, Garuda di dadaku, literally right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you
you.
so much,
My
Waseem.
pleasure. Thank you so much
Thank
for having
you.
me.
Waseem.
Take care. Thank
Have
you
fun.
so much.
All right, now set for another short break. When we return, we have one last segment, which is entertainment news, only on See Today.